Alrighty, we're back with episode 2 of me trying to beat. Oh, I guess I unlocked something, but we're trying to beat Mario Kart without ever losing. So let's get into this. So we're going back with Shy Guy, and I unlocked the Crimson Slim, but we're not rocking with that. Going with this, the setup. So we did Mushroom and Flower. So we're gonna go down the line, and we're gonna do Star and Special Cup. So let's get into this. Alrighty, it's been a while since I've done this series, so looking forward to going back to it again. As you guys saw, I haven't tried the other cups yet, but I'm gonna go for the undefeatable win on all of them, not losing a single game. So let's do this. Shy Guys in the back, but we're gonna be in the front anyway. So we're gonna get into it. 50cc, not too bad. We're in the airport right here. I live in New York, so the only two that I know are LaGuardia and JFK. The most famous of them all, JFK. I'm getting hit by red shells already. Oh, nice. I'm posed a threat already. So I'm in the front. This setup seems to do well for me. I feel like I don't feel much of a challenge with 50cc, but as we go down, you'll see the pressure of it all will be coming, and all these CPUs will get more and more difficult as we go. But right now, we're just doing fine. We are doing fine. Let's get into this. Number 2. So as you guys know, I haven't posted in a while. I only posted those 2 videos, and then a lot of things have happened, and just me trying to get new ideas for the channel, and me trying to do a lot of different things for the channel. So as you guys saw in the last video, I did a vlog of me going to a Smash Bros tournament. I would say I'm pretty good at Smash Bros. I'm not gonna say I'm the greatest. I won't say I'm the greatest. I've seen people out there with much more talent than I do, and it's just it's awesome to see those people play. But I thought, since this is like a local in my town, or like in my near my area kind of tournament, I thought I can go into it, and it was the Long Island TCG show, so there was a lot of vendors and guests that were part of those shows that you loved it growing up, like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. Some people had Magic the Gathering cards, and I was getting hit by the blue shell right there. Nothing to do to nothing, and I had nothing to be able to watch that. But people who love Funko Pops as well, and people like buying and trading for super rare cards, or those cards of this bring them a lot of memories. So it was a fun show. Shout out to the Long Island TCG show for just hosting such a great event. I've been to another one before that with a friend of mine, and it was amazing. I actually went and met Dan Green, the only voice actor for Yu-Gi-Oh, who played Yugi and Yami Yugi with Pharaoh, for those of you who watched it. And he was really nice, but the one thing I was just so concerned the entire time I was there was just the Smash Bros tournament. The rules, I would say, it was interesting to see. I was prepared to go in with my mains, Link and Marth, but I was not prepared to see the words that came up on the sign up sheet, and it said you only had to use Pokemon characters. And I've never seen a tournament or heard of a tournament where they like only limited you. Oh, they limited you only to Pokemon characters. I know that there have been like tournaments that say you can't use this character ban and all that stuff, but I've never heard someone just say you can only has to be only Pokemon. You can't use any other character, any other game. And I thought it was interesting. I've never played with a single Pokemon character ever, So it was quite a challenge. I would say I watched a lot of videos first off about like all the different Pokemon characters. And I also definitely looked at you know what are the best Pokemon characters to fight with, and I eventually came down to Greninja, Incineroar, and Pikachu. Incineroar was just so it was so complex for me, but I know a lot of people quickly learned like how to use him, and so I just went with the later. I just went with like Pikachu and Greninja. But someone close to me said, if you choose one, make sure you have a backup, just in case, like from based on the videos, what kind of characters are like. What would I say? What's a good way to say it? It's like they're not the strongest against those characters, if that makes sense. But I decided, so it came down like again, it came down to just Pikachu and Greninja, and went with Greninja because he just kind of looked the coolest. But I'm one of those people who loves to just go in, get a few hits, jump, like retreat, and then do the same thing again. Try to do different combos. Greninja just looked very speedy, in my opinion, and he had great ways to recover and great ways to just throw your enemies in surprise, throw surprise at your enemies. So I trained a lot for a month or two using Greninja only, and here and there I would use Pikachu just as my backup. But I was just getting stronger and stronger with Greninja and his skills, the techniques to use to get your enemies out quicker. But the best thing I did was I tried all the Pokemon characters on level 9 on Smash Bros. Like they were CPUs and they were level 9. And so I fought each and every one of them just to have a sense of what my competition would look like. And in the end of the tournament, or not the tournament, at the end of those practices, I realized my top like challenges would be Mewtwo and Incineroar, and I just focused more on the challenges than the easy ones. So like Pikachu, Pichu were like easy for me. Lucario was kind of like in the middle, and then finding my own, like fighting Greninja himself, it was also not too bad, but I was able to manage. But I decided to fight Mewtwo and Incineroar more, and in the end of the day, it was getting down to just Incineroar, where it's just out of nowhere he'll have all that power to destroy you, and Greninja's health is just so not the greatest, and so he could like easily. I guess why not again? He could easily just be destroyed or like instantly die. So just focus on Incineroar. So moving forward, I went to the tournament, and I signed in. I was like, I'm here, and they're like, oh, you got a lot of time left before we can start. So then I left the room where they had the tournament set up, which was not a big room, but it had like 4 TVs with all the setups for the individual matches. And I left the room and I said, I'm so nervous. It was my first tournament, and I'm just walking around this entire. It was actually in the Hilton Hotel, if you guys see the video, and I was just going to the bathroom, but I also was like, I need a lucky charm because it's Greninja, and Greninja is like, it came down to become one of my favorite Pokemon, like top 10, and so I looked around the whole entire showroom, and I see like there's all these Pokemon cards. There were graded ones too, and I was thinking about getting some graded Pokemon cards, but I've never got into it. I'm more about sports on my other channel. But when I looked for throughout the entire show, I said, why don't I just get a Greninja graded card, just so I can have like that's my lucky charm and have him in my pocket. So I went around the whole entire show floor to find a Greninja card, and there was one card that was like not graded, but it was sick, and I said I need that one graded. And so I there was no time for me to like send it off, get it graded, and get it back in its case. But no, I said I gotta find one that's already graded for me, and if the price is right, I'll get it. Could not find it, so I found a different one, and it was on sale. It was a graded 10 out of 10 from PSA, and I was like, oh, that's amazing. Uh, I need that. And that was literally me in front of the vendor's table. But I tried to cut a deal. I was like, what would you go for this? Could I do like a little less than that? Maybe a little $10, $5. He was like, nah, I'm just gonna be firm with that. And I was like, all right. I tried, but I got the card. I'll put a picture right here of it. It was this card, and I decided to have that Greninja with me at all times until the end of the tournament. So I get back. It was supposed to start at 12:15, and I was able to come back at 12. Waited 15 minutes, watched some YouTube, more tactics I could use as Greninja, and then the time came. They announced all the challengers, and then when they announced my name, I heard it, but I was like I was just stuck in the corner of the room, just like still, and had no idea what to say. And so they said it again, and I was like, "Oh, I'm here, I'm here." And then in the back of the room, everyone just looks, and they're just like, "He said your name like 3 times already." I was like, "I literally did not hear you." And I was also kind of like, "Yeah, I know," in the back of my head. But I went to the table where I was supposed to fight my opponent, and it turned out it was this guy who was in like a again I just love talking about it. It was a guy in a purple furry costume. I cannot lie to you that that's literally who my opponent was. And so he was talking to me. He was like, "Hey, how are you?" And then quickly he just took out his bag full of his. Well, he had a backpack, uh, which he carried around the entire showroom because he was also taking pictures with people. Because I saw him walking around the show floor while I was getting ready for the tournament, and he was he was taking out this pro controller he had. He was hooking it up, and he did this whole control settings. I'm gonna be honest. If you do that, comment how do I do that, or what's the best way for Greninja in the future? Because I do not know. He just did this whole settings thing with his controller, how to help him fight better in the game, and then he did this in 5 seconds. He like hooked it up, changed the settings, went back, changed the name of the label on the character in Smash Bros. And then he was ready. It was like 5 seconds. I blinked and it was like it happened already. So then I go, and then he looks at me in his furry costume and says, "All right, you're up." And I looked at him and I was like, I'm ready. Because all I did was pick up the controller they had, the wireless controller they had, and I was just like, I picked Greninja and I was like, I'm ready. And he goes, "That's it? You're not gonna toggle your controller?" I was like, "No, I really don't do that." And I swear to you, I kind of can read people. He literally just had that rolling eyes emoji feeling because he just looked at me for like 10 seconds and then he just turned and then looked at the screen. And I was like, yeah, he probably knows this is my first time. So then we get started. He picked Incineroar. I was like, damn, that's my toughest opponent when I played the CPUs. And then we get going. He destroyed me in those 2 games. I only got like 1 kill off of him, and it was like you only had 3 stock. He got me each of the games. I got only 1 kill off him each of those games. And just like to fast forward, he literally just took out the controller out of the port, and he was like, "Good game." I tried to give him a handshake, and he gave me a handshake as he took out his like paws, and then we moved on. And I didn't know if it was like first elimination or double elimination, so I literally just got up and left, and that was the end of the story. As I literally just won this entire cup while I was telling that story. But like I said, 50cc is not bad. Like if you know how to play Mario Kart, like getting 3 stars in all of these will be that simple. I got another customization. So, but again, I'm giving, you know, Long Island TCG show like a 10 out of 10 for the entire thing, the entire show, and it was just absolutely amazing just to be able to participate in that tournament, and that's the beauty of it. I went in, I did it, and I'm able to come out and say like I tried, I tried, I did everything and everything I could to win it, and I just couldn't win it, but at the end of the day, you just gotta do what you gotta do. And I trained, I did all I could, but the fear is no longer there for me. So I feel instantly better just after the entire thing. But Greninja's still in my collection. He's here in my office just as I'm playing and picking I don't have these, picking the special cup because this is probably the toughest of all the cups in my opinion. If we don't just count, Rainbow Road here, and that's pretty much it. So we're gonna do the special cup, and that'll be the last one for this video. But again, huge shout out to Long Island TCG show for their spring show, and just having all those guests. And I also went to the Yu-Gi-Oh panel, which if you look at the video, you watch the video, you will see how that went. But it's not bad being in tournaments. I would if I had to choose between my 3 favorite games, which are um, obviously this Mario Kart, Super Smash Brothers, and Mario Party, I would rather compete in a Mario Kart um, tournament than a Smash Bros tournament, because I feel like I've had so much time and practice with this game that I know the in and out of it. I don't know like the super secret, like shortcuts to everything, but I kind of like have a feeling of how to race and how to strategically maneuver around all these obstacles like this one's here, which are but I'll think about what to do about the what's it called, the DLC maps. I just want to stick with the main maps for right now because I love these game maps. I think my favorite has to be Rainbow. It was so hard for me to adjust to it, like the newer one for this game. But then, once you start, doing it once, you fall several times, you instantly realize where you should turn and take your boosts. But like I said, I find 50cc to be the easiest. 100cc is also probably the easiest as well. But once you get to like 200, and then you get to mirrored, it's a different game. By these CPUs they grow a brain, and it becomes instantly more and more difficult. I'm gonna try this, and I fell. If I wasn't so small, I would have probably made that. But well, I'm trying to go back to my train of thought from before. But one of the things I like about me playing not Smash Bros, Mario Kart is that these DLC maps, some of them are like classics. Like I know one of them's Coconut Mall, and I've raced through that like so much when I played the Mario Kart game that like first came out on. But when I play the other new maps, and I've played them on other friends' consoles, or if they decide to use it during like our 1v1s, I get so nervous knowing that they're different maps. But I don't know how, but I had this tendency to like, I'm not going to that. I'm saying just doing that. I'm just saying that right now. I just had this tendency to be able to learn the map as I go. There was this one map. It was like Asian cultural. I don't remember what the map is called, but it had this like Asian culture vibe to it. Um, It was because it was I don't even remember the name of it. It was in some temple, and when I started the the race, I was like, oh my god, I have no idea what to do here. And my friend thought that they were gonna get the advantage because I had no knowledge of the map. Didn't know any turns. I didn't know which way to go. What's the usual pathway for those maps? I know some maps here break down and then you have to just go through the little piece like Bowser's Castle. But then some maps are like just one straight shot. Like we just saw there Wario's Mountain or the Captain Falcon one. But I just had no idea. I was just like, I was going through each side, like pathway, and like nervous about falling in the next one. And my friend was trying to get the advantage. They were like, oh, like you don't know anything about this map. That gives me like a little bit more knowledge than you do. It took me a one lap to finally kind of like get a hold of the map or get to know the map, and then the second one to kind of like get used to it, and then by the third lap I was already like I knew the map already. In that specific map, I defeated my friend in that map, and they thought, "How did you do that? Like you didn't even know how to." I was like, "I learned it like as I was playing." And then there was another one where we were like in a toilet or like in a bathroom, and they said, "Oh, you just gotta jump in the toilet." I'm like, I don't know if I should. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if you really mean that. But it turned out I did have to jump the toilet in that map, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. And again, one lap I needed to get used. I need to get to know it. Second map, just get used to it, and then by the third lap, I already. So it's if you're a quick learner, like these challenges, like getting through the whole entire game will get easier. But like I said, mirror and 200cc, you just gotta know the pace, and you gotta know how to time your drifting, and then use your items. I don't know how I missed that. I don't know how I missed that. You gotta know how to time your speeds going through the corners, cutting corners. Right here, I'm gonna get through this, and I'm gonna get over here through the dry bones, and I'm way ahead of all these computer pros. And I'm gonna get my last coin and finish the second one. I don't find the challenge, and again, I can't find the challenge with these, but I don't want to jump into conclusions and say like I'm already gonna win the whole entire thing, because we haven't even reached the other ones, and so just gotta take it step by step. Now we're in Bowser's Castle. I think it was the other Bowser's Castle. No, is it this one? The one that it like breaks down? I think it was the other one. That was Green was, but it's from. But, see, cut the corners. Be able to cut corners. Drift really well. Now I'm gonna get red shelled already. But the beauty of this is they're all still around me, so like if they pass me, I'll be able to get a good item. But maintaining your lead is the hard part. I will say it's hard. Unless you know all those pathways. He barely just missed me there. And I'm gonna get hit with another red shell, but I'm already in this corner where I'm gonna hit this double item, and I'm gonna miss these lavas. And that one, I'm testing fate today. I was so close with that one. I think that part breaks down a little. It won't allow you to cut corners. I could be wrong. It's been a while. I usually play my favorite maps, which are Excite Bikes map, the Excite Bike map, and so just in case for the crucial. I also love Rainbow Road, the one that you're about to see next, and then what was the other one? Baby Park. I love that. It's so chaotic. That's really like the ultimate test. If when we do mirrored and like the insanely fast speed, that's the biggest test. Being able to run in circles and avoid all obstacles, avoid all stars, all bills, bullet bills, and that entire thing. That's like the ultimate test. And Rainbow Road. But I always like a challenge. Let's see if I can try it. Let's see. I want to lap Baby Peach, but it doesn't look like she's not ready. Yeah, she's already far. And sometimes the game has a way of kind of like stopping you from lapping another character by just, you know, giving that character a lightning support. There you go. Go for that. I missed that. There's all the hamburgers chewing on that Bowser that they kill me. I could. Oh no, she got a bullet bill. That's another way they can kind of stop you from lapping them, just give them a bullet bill. And there we go. You know, just. I would have been funny if I hit myself, because that was the only time I got hit. And now we're gonna head to my favorite map, which is Rainbow Road. Oh my god, Rainbow Road! What a classic map. That's a classic map. That is a classic map. I love Rainbow Road. And then we get, that's our last one. We get this one, we get the next cup, and we're all done. We're all done. Until the next one. Because we have to do all 50 cc and then we get to 100 cc. I almost spun out, yeah. I went way too early. I felt it too. Oh. I didn't realize I was doing that. Alright, Rainbow Road. Rainbow Road has the... It's famous for not having those walls or barriers around the track, so it's easy for you to fall, except for certain spots. That's what it's funny. So you got little barriers, but then that's it. You're all on your own. But sometimes they let you jump off so you can get to the other parts. Just like what I just did. And I got hit with Rusha. But that's okay because I'm gonna just get on the speeds and get myself right back to where I was. Which is very far away. I always late like this. I'm gonna item until after. I just got hit twice. I just got hit twice! I'm gonna make you guys just really think about this for a second. These toads that are in space have helmets. If you look at them very closely, they have helmets. Why is it that our characters don't have helmets? Boom. Just breathe. Just breathe all your noise. Why do you don't have helmets? Okay. Try and set that trap. And I was so close to falling there, but I drift on this, so it makes it feel like I was never slow. Still. Is that baby Mario that's trying to catch up to me? There's no way. He's ahead of his own group and he's trying to catch up to me. That's interesting. Alright, let's make this a little bit more of a challenge. Nope, he's catching up. He is catching up. He's trying to stop me from winning this. But no way. I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna win this. A perfect victory. 3 stars. Come on. No! No, 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 no. These red shells, they have been so lucky with them. Like they don't have to hit me until like after I get the item box. Oh, fly! I fell. Oh my god, that's not happening when we do mirror 200cc. I ended with 7 points. That's fine. That's fine. Right now, I'm about to win this match. And that's 4 3-star cups. That's 4 3-star cups. Shy Guy takes the lead, takes the win, takes the cup. And then we get blue shelled. If you guys saw that, I would have gone blue shelled. They were late. That would have probably given Baby Mario like a tremendous gift of a little bit more of a lead. But I take the special cup, and I'm gonna get those 3 stars. Look at all, it's so shiny and gold. 3 stars right there. I like the new customization. But really hope you guys enjoyed this. A little bit of a story with that TCG show from my first vlog, actually. Many more to come. But we are going to head into, just trying to preview the next one. I do not need that. I mean, that kind of looks cool. We'll go with this. Next time we will take on, oh, Excite Bike right there, and Baby Park. So we're going to do the Egg Cup and the Crossing Cup. But this has been your boy Niccolangelo. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe, and tell me what else. Give me some ideas of what should I do. Any challenges? I'm always up for a challenge. Other than that, peace.